When you meet people that are from Friends, I mean, they're usually warm, they're kind, and that's what Friends does, that's what Friends is about. It's about serving others, it's about really leaving that footprint on your community and making sure that you have impacted in some way when you're gone.
So there's just kind of this sense of community as you start to spend some time here. And as a result, the people that you're in school with and the people that are in your class, I felt friendly and comfortable around everyone in my class. And that's something very unique. It's just this sense of community that arises out of these values of acceptance and welcoming that the school instills.
Growing up with the Quaker philosophy really impacted me in so many ways. I ended up going into science, and I just last year finished a PhD, and I just started a postdoc at the National Cancer Institute, and I study cancer epidemiology. And when I look back on the fundamentals of science that I learned, I really rank my teachers at Friends as really some of the best teachers I've ever had, and really teaching me fundamentals that I carry with me.
The thing that they taught everybody is to look for the good in everybody, and that's kind of the it at Friends School. It's always looking for the best in everybody, never looking for the negative. And so that followed me all the way through high school and into the rest of my life. So when I go into any business situation, I'm never looking at the negative. I'm always looking at what is the best situation that can come out of any situation that I'm in. And when they were talking about designing an alumni center, and they were looking for architects, and they approached me, and because I had this basis of going to school here and understanding how Quakerism affects the environment, it became a natural.
It was an easy transition from high school to college, where I felt like we kind of were fluid and you could do many different things like you can in college. We had that in high school, so it was easy for me, but some people struggled with that. Like, no one's telling me that this is due on Monday, you know, but I knew how to pace myself and kind of prepare myself so that I could get it done.
And now I send my kids to Friends where I went, and so I have two and soon to have a third kid here. And it's really two reasons. One is that I want them to have the same experience I did and have the same kind of moral grounding that I got from Friends. And then second, I think kids are having to make decisions for themselves even earlier than we did. And to have that kind of trust for your kids, you need some kind of moral grounding. And the best thing I've seen so far is Friends. So.
Participating in sports at Friends continues to help me in my life. I would say the way it's helped the most is goal setting. Getting on the field, working with my teammates, and having the end goal at the end of the season to hopefully win the championship, to hopefully be there at the very end. And then finally looking back at the end of the season and realizing, you know what, that was actually really worth it. And whether or not we made it to that end goal, we learned so much along the way and we did it together.
The biggest impact that Friends School had on me, from being an athlete at what I believe is the most rigorous academic school in Baltimore, that combination, but also growing as a person and building your character. And for me, in teams, in the workplace, I always look for the contributions of people, how we can reach our goals together and do that in a collaborative environment. So I think collaboration comes from teamwork, and that was very much fostered in my experiences at Friends.
I think what participating in sports did for me, the first thing it did was pull me out of my shell. When I came here and I figured this will be nice, I'll get in the midget program, and that'll get me used to organized football. But I was much too big, so I had to play 7th and 8th grade football. But it gave me a sense of my own capability and what I could do, and especially if you have good coaching. And you'd be surprised, I found out, you know, how much skill you can acquire, how much confidence you can acquire, and how effective, you know, you can be. Since then, I mean, that's one of those things that it never goes away. Once you develop, you know, that self-confidence that you can do whatever you put your mind to, and have the belief and the faith that you can, that translates into whatever you're doing in life.